Good morning.
Happy
morning.
Monday. This April spring morning. I'm just kidding.
I'm Allison.
I'm Cinnamon.
I'm the host for this show.
The MC. We're both hosting.
Well,
And together,
we are ready for Christmas.
We did not plan
No. But the hats say it all. And for today's theme, I love a theme. So I was thinking countdown to Christmas.
Oh.
Which when I woke up this morning, I was like, we got a lot. We're surrounded by dogs at the moment. You can't see. They're not on camera, but I've got.
Allison's dog is next to me. My dog is next to you. I don't know why Teddy Bear is disloyalty right now is blowing my mind.
It's his tail that's next to me. I don't know.
Dad!
What does it mean when a dog turns its rump to you instead of its muzzle?
I know because he's my dog and we speak the same language. He just loves to be cuddled on the rump, but that's not.
We'll save
We
that
speak
for
the same
another-
language, but we don't like the same things.
I'll be using that. Have no fear. So I woke up this morning and I thought, I want to find a really fun, creative way for our show to do a countdown.
Oh, okay.
Like how can you figure out how many days do we have left till Christmas? Because we've been celebrating for
Since October.
2 or 3 years now. And I thought, how can I really, like, is it 1 more week till Christmas? Is it 2 more
It
weeks?
feels like Christmas has come and gone in some ways.
It does. So I thought there needs to be a way where you can count down. Maybe I'll do a paper chain like I used to when I was a teacher, like counting down to the end of the school year. And then I thought, or I could use one of my 3 advent calendars. I think someone already came up with that idea.
And Hallmarks. I don't know if we can say this phrase too many times before they start prosecuting and sending their law team on us. But
so we won't call it Countdown to Christmas. We'll call it Countdown to Noel. Or the Advent season, which is also what it's called.
So the Advent season has started.
Yes, we are in it.
In it to win it.
So, Merry Christmas.
Allison promised in our last episode that she was going to tell us a story of what she saw in the forest.
So, last week, I hope you've been waiting for this. I hope you've had your own little countdown for this story.
Countdown to Elsa's story.
Last week, I'll keep it quick. Since and it was a good one before we started. She said, make sure we have this habit of starting stories with, there was a puppy born, and that was Max. We go back a little too far. The pressure.
To begin this tale.
Who was it that planted the first tree in our back forest? But I was taking Max for a walk, and we were having fun. I had this
in the back forest.
I take him out for you guys know, the sunrise hikes. And I had this whisper, one might call it divine intervention, where I never do this, ever, 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 ever. And I picked up a giant walking stick.
And you even said it was not a practical walking stick because it was so heavy.
It was so heavy. I was like dragging the It was more like a tree that someone had felled. And I was dragging it. And so we were on the trail and I took out my phone and I was distracted because I had my phone out. And Max flips his body around, just turns his body, normally
360.
Yeah. So normally,
no, 180.
Yes. Because normally we're going up the trail. He knows the trail. We're back on the trail now. But the way he turns his body, like he's squaring off against something. So it caught my eye. So I turned to see what he's squaring off against. 10 feet away, not even.
Oh, you said 6 feet away.
As far as these 2 lamps that you can see. But
Which I can reach out and touch. That would be 2 feet then.
So it was very, very close. Like I could reach out and touch them. So whatever that is. Is my arm 10 feet long? I don't know. But there were 2 gray wolves. Huskies, yes. But they looked like gray wolves. And they were just standing there, but they were low to the ground.
Crouching.
Like they were about to spring. And my heart stopped. I was like, hey, how did they get, what?
Allison, here is a reminder. Maybe it's time to wrap up.
Alexa, stop. Thank you.
That's our show.
Okay.
We'll see you in January.
So, just all to say, I had the walking stick, and Max was so still, and he was at my heel. Like he knew.
Usually he growls and barks at dogs when he sees them on the other side of the fence.
He gets a little, but no, he was like still, but right against me. So we were like side, but like we were like a united front. And I took the stick and what's the English word for when you this to the ground? What is that called?
You banged it or
right?
Planted it firmly.
You
You were like
I thesassled it. I tasseled it onto the ground, and I said, no, to those wolves. And
Huskies.
they came up from their crawl position and just looked at me. And then Max did a jolt. Like, he's like, okay, you got that one. I'll do the next one. He did like a jolt, and then they went running off. Oh, that stick. Okay, that was the story. By the way, 'tis the season. I've got my Christmas mug today, and that's for you. And I'm going to take a little sip of this.
Mine has made its presence on our show.
And I have, you've seen mine, but it's in the dishwasher.
Oh, this is another one.
This is just for this month.
Okay.
Just for December.
Well, speaking of countdown, because it has numbers. Well,
It
the numbers
does.
say 123 Farm, which is a farm close to us where you go.
There's so little I can see. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have these off.
They could have been two beagles for all we know, but Alison describes them as huskies, and we'll just go with that.
They were huge. They were the size
Jack
of
Russell
a
Terriers.
dire wolf, if you know what I'm referring to. All right, what happened last night?
So
Jen?
last night, well,
we worked on some puzzles.
that's
that what
exactly what I literally the words right out of my mouth, like literally what I was going to say. We were working
God,
on
what's
them.
another word?
Well, so we were working, promises. We were working on Christmas puzzles, and I had some Christmas music playing, and the tree was lit, and I'm really trying to make sure each day I spend just some moments of stillness in the holiday season, because you can get really hectic. Alison came in and said, she's arrived. Taylor has arrived at the Chiefs game, and we have never watched a football game
Ever in my life.
Of course, we are very, very engaged. Invested in the Taylor
Traylor.
Travis love story, the rom-com in real life.
Hashtag trailer.
And so we turned on the game hoping that we would, I don't know where people get those.
Didn't they say the NFL was showing too much
where
of the
do
two of
people
them?
get the still frames of Taylor in the box? We watched the entire game.
I think
Allison thought the Chiefs were the ones in green half the time. Those are actually the Packers. I said, no, Allison. Allison's like, which one's Kelsey? And she's looking at all the green jerseys. I was like, Allison, that's the Packers. The Chiefs are in the white and the red. Red, which is, of course, a Taylor
her lipstick
connection.
Pop. Is that because of Travis?
No, she has an album called Red.
Does she really?
I think.
What's happening?
She definitely has an
How
era.
long have they been together?
She has an era
Oh,
called
no.
Red. We don't. We're new to this. But I tell you what,
But
I didn't show her once.
Didn't they complain?
They were saying Taylor a lot. Turns out there's a player called Taylor. Who knew? And they kept saying Taylor this, Taylor that. And I was like, where?
We were like,
where? It's a player. It's not the Taylor we thought.
But it was fun. And I said, this might be what causes me to start liking football for the Chiefs. I'll keep watching because...
Are they out of the running now, though?
I
was
thought the NFL...
Googling.
Didn't the NFL get... No, they still have. There's still...
Do they?
There's a possibility.
Because, spoiler, if you didn't see last night's game,
Oh.
the Packers won. It was so sad.
It was so sad. But here's
But I guess,
good for the
I
Packers.
guess they're the underdogs. They're the youngest team in the league.
Are they?
So I think that was a good thing.
Well,
for
I know
them.
the announcers were excited. Every time they got a touchdown, they were like so giddy. And we were like,
But because they lost Aaron Rodgers and then they lost someone else in the first
Look
game.
at you go! Look at you go!
I was paying attention.
I will say this. I know the NFL was being admonished for obsessing too much on Taylor, and I have a feeling Tree Payne, that's right, that's Taylor's PR. We've gotten to know Tree. I think Tree must have said, enough's enough. If you want our girl to show up at your games, you cannot obsess over her. You're making for a dangerous
Is
situation.
it possible that her name is Trey Payne?
No, it's Tree, Tree, Tree Payne.
But is it possible, like just like Nay is N-E-E? That
Well,
could be...
if you say Christmas tray, then maybe it is.
Oh, Christmas
On-
Trey. Oh, Christmas Trey.
Alexa, what is the weather today?
The current weather is 32 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies. You can expect more of the same today, with a high of 55 degrees and a low of 24 degrees.
That's not more the same. That's
more
not
the
how we
same.
define more the same.
Whoever did the programming for that phrase, maybe just no longer works there.
Words of the day.
Words of the day.
Words of the day.
Words of the day. What do you say? It's words of the day.
I'm excited for this one, Sin, because I found life's little instruction book. And isn't that what we all need? In my box of things from my childhood. I guess this was given to me when I graduated from high school. It's all words of wisdom. I just thought, here's the interesting thing. Usually you get something like this from someone and you're like, that's so sweet. Thank you for picking this up at the checkout at the Barnes and Nobles. But this was actually, I took this to heart. I read it from cover to cover.
Did you really?
And I highlighted
Precious.
I highlighted all my instructions. I'm such a rule follower. I was like, instructions done. So I thought, I'm going to just pick out a few at random. I've not picked them out ahead of time. And then I thought you can pick out, like, I'll pick out, let's say 2 and you pick out 2.
Okay.
Let's just see what I
Word
highlighted.
of the day.
Word of the day. Never use profanity.
Oh, crap.
Blank.
There go my plans for the day.
And there's so many choices. I want to look, but I'm not going to. You know what okay, don't major in minor things.
Oh, that's funny. Don't major in minor
I'll
things.
do one more. I thought
I was supposed to do a couple.
I'm gonna send your way.
Okay.
No one to keep silent. But then
Oh,
the
that's
next
appropriate.
one is no one to speak up.
No, that is a challenging one. I always
You
think
gotta
that,
know when to hold them and know when to fold them as well. I hope that's the next page.
I always think of that as like no one to, I feel like certain doors are open for you to go through and certain doors are closed. But then I also think certain doors that are closed, you're meant to develop the skills to push through them or to pick the lock. So it's discerning when you walk by that closed door.
That's it. Woo, we got a soapbox. That's very good. That was very passionate.
All right. 192, and Allison actually highlighted this.
Yeah, only read the highlight ones.
Highlight. This is highlighted by Allison. Drink low-fat milk.
What? No, it's not.
It is. It most certainly is.
But I didn't think that use less salt needed to be highlighted. And wow, when
you're like, oh, all the pages are falling out when I got it.
Sin. I just could read these forever.
Don't carry a grudge. Have good posture.
Oh.
And one more. Become the most positive and enthusiastic person you know. Well, you've got some stiff competition.
Highlighted.
You've got some stiff competition with that one, but I appreciate the attempts.
What's this?
Strive for
What's
excellence.
this?
What's happening?
What is this? What is this?
That's Max. It's Max Drool. He just came up to you and you obviously picked up some Max Drool.
All right, Sin, it's Wildlife Watch.
Oh, watch it.
Wildlife Watch.
Watch it.
Wildlife Watch.
Today's Wildlife Watch will keep you at the edge of your seat. Certainly kept us at the edge of ours when we got the notification. It was a cat going by, as you'll see, one of the neighbors' feral cats or the neighborhood feral cats going by. One of the ones we either caught and had to release because, or tried to catch unsuccessfully. I should say outdoor cat. I'm using the term feral when I mean outdoor because obviously it's someone's pet. They feed it.
I would say an outdoor cat is an outdoor treat up here. So it's a little...
And moose boosh.
It's a... It's very anxiety producing. Yeah, so we saw one on the camera.
And then a second later, or a minute, depending how you tell time,
look at the time
coyote
stamp.
jogging by.
So
we thought we were about to watch the food chain IRL.
In action.
It's very upsetting.
It looked like the cat was being stealth, and I thought, well, he's got at least, as you see from the timestamp, a 1 minute
you figure
lead.
A coyote can't be smarter than we are, and we can't catch those cats, so you just have to hope.
All right, it is time for current events. Current events. If you like your raisins, you'll like current events.
A.
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 Ah.
Ah.
C.
Sing it.
It's an A.
All right, so this current event is just a real quick charmer because I think we've already gone past our time. But we saw that our local Alpine Rescue Zoo, Santa Claus and his elves were at the zoo on Saturday this past weekend. So we went and checked them out.
The reindeer loved him, as they shouted out with glee, yippee! They have the red-nosed reindeer, reindeer, his story.
And that's where Santa wished us a very Merry Christmas. All right, moving on to show and tell. Show and tell.
Show it.
Tell it.
Tell
Show
it.
it. Tell it. Show it. Tell it. Tell it. Show it.
Okay. Let me go get it real quick. All right, no peeking.
Oh.
What I found when we were going, as you know, we were going through boxes of childhood mementos at Mom and Dad's during Thanksgiving. And in my box, I found just a little collection. This is just a sampling of the contracts that we would make. And so here's this. This must have been, Allison had a little Siamese kitten, Oscar.
I did.
Well, he grew up to a cat, so you had a cat, Oscar. That you got permission to have a cat. And it's just because I never asked.
Because I made a contract with Mom and Dad that I would get straight A's. If I got straight A's my senior year, I guess it was 8th grade, whatever year it was, I could have a kitten. I did not get straight A's because I got a B in gym.
Oh,
and Mom and Dad still let me.
They did?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I never asked for one, and so I didn't get one. But this is a contract, I guess. I don't know where you were going, but it was a contract where I was promising not to pick up I will not touch him, pet him, kiss him, play with him, carry him, encourage him to sit on my lap unless a medical emergency. Signed it, or I will be fined $110.
Why was it 110? I wonder.
Is that how much he cost?
I don't know.
Then this little contract made in this contract, which Allison, you'll have to do a
I
picture
will.
of
I'm
the
going to
pinky
take a
promise.
photograph of that.
There's a pinky promise included in this contract. It's I promise to Lily, my little sister, that I will play the totally hidden video game with you today. I love you, and it's dated that date.
November 22nd.
And oh yeah, and but I don't know if this was done to sort of invalidate the contract. It's signed by Cinnamon Sparks and Lily Rose Spark. And this contract, we A Sparks and Speed Sparks. That's our little
Nickname.
brother. We A Sparks and C Sparks do decree that we will not, for the entire time Karen, that's our cousin, is here, refer to each other in any of the below ways. We will not nudge or look at. We will not use hand signals. We will not giggle, and we will support all. And it's signed by both of us. Penalties.
We were afraid
flexible.
because we were afraid with Karen, we were going to like, it's a tripod, isn't it, when you have your cousin over, so that someone's going to get left off.
She was very popular
the-
with
the-
us. And we were all
The tripod
BFFs.
is very unsteady. Jennifer, if you're watching, that was our other cousin would come visit, and we would have to make deals to make sure we didn't leave one of us out, because obviously the cousin was going to be a
So this
place of
contract
honor.
was to ensure we would not accidentally
Leave the other one out.
leave the other one out.
How funny.
So
We didn't follow that at all, though, did we? The penalties are flexible, but there's a very angry face. So scary.
it's intense.
It's a threat.
It's intense.
It's a very veiled threat, but it's there, isn't
It's
it?
intense. Remember, we would do this, and if you did this, that was saying you're giving Karen's giving you too much
No,
attention.
if we
make
did
sure-
this, that meant make sure you're giving, yeah. I guess this means give me more attention, but also, doesn't it give you more attention just to do this?
it was. Well,
This was our
that's
episode
probably
today.
TMI. That our theme ended up being TMI, didn't it?
It did a little bit. And of course, TMI stands for Travis is my obsession. My obsession.
You are obsessed.
I'm
with
obsessed with you, Travis.
No, Travis said
No, Travis, I'm obsessed with the romance and the script. It's just so cinematic. I
It's
can't
writing
even.
itself.
I can't even with the script. I can't even.
Better than any movie they have out right now.
Enjoy
For
the
sure.
holiday season, because this is also, we're getting closer to Hanukkah on December 8th. So if you celebrate Hanukkah, happy
Friday.
Hanukkah.
It's Friday, and December 7th. Two very special people are celebrating their birthdays, and probably many more than just the two.
Happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday, Dan. But we'll probably wish you that.
Happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday, Dad.
Don't forget, there's a contract here. Don't leave me out. We're thinking of you, Love Bug.
Love Bug. Have a wonderful rest of your week. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you.